Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Monae, and in today's video, you know why you're here, okay? You know exactly why you're here with me today. And this is a time period that we all don't really look forward to, but I do want to reassure you that during Mercury retrograde, it's going to be a great time for you to slow down a bit. You can still manifest in this time period, but I want you to know, how I plan on manifesting. So in today's video, I'm going to be speaking with you about the 3 ways that you can manifest during the Mercury retrograde. We witness this about 3 to 4 times every single year. As we know it, Mercury is the most fastest moving planet, okay? And it's really cool. I know a lot of us, especially me, I have a lot of Mercury placements in my birth chart. I am a Gemini, I am a Virgo moon, I'm a Virgo Mars, okay? So I do feel this energy. This is going to be a pivotal time for you to sit with yourself more and to re-examine your life and to kind of go back and reflect on all of the good things that have happened, and also kind of creating space and becoming ready and prepared for all the good things that life is going to be offering you. So in today's video, I am going to be going over with you what is Mercury retrograde, what is the energy that Mercury retrograde usually carries. I'm also going to be speaking with you about why this is a great time for you to manifest during the Mercury retrograde, and then I'm going to end off today with 3 manifestations that I plan on doing during each and every single Mercury retrograde, because I really believe that this is a great time to manifest. Before I get started though, in every single video, I am going to let you guys know, at the end of my videos, I usually say something like a manifestation quote, or I most of the time say an affirmation, and I want you guys to know that I'm going to be starting to do monthly free readings. What I'm going to do is, if you comment at the end of this video what the affirmation is, you might be someone I pick to win a free reading with me. And in this reading, I'm going to go full in depth. It's going to be like a 30-minute reading with me, and you're going to be able to have a video of it, so you can always go back and reference and rewatch. But I want to start this up because I really do enjoy doing readings for you all and just be able to connect with you in that way. I'm also thinking about going back to live readings. So if that's something that you're interested in, please make sure to comment at the end of this video of the affirmation so that you can invoke it into your life. And then also let me know if you're looking forward to me going back to doing live readings. So let's jump right into it now with today's video on what is Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde essentially is standing from the planet of Earth. It gives off this optical illusion that the planet is moving backwards or retrograding, right? Going in counterclockwise. But again, I want you to know it's an optical illusion. So it's not necessarily actually moving backwards, but that's just the way that it looks towards us here at Earth. So that is what the technical term of Mercury retrograde is. So I'm now going to be able to speak with you about the energies that Mercury does hold within itself. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the planet of technology. It's also the planet of travel, and I want to say delay. I want you guys to think about something for a moment. Do you notice around this time, every time we are in a Mercury retrograde, you start to notice those things have a little bit of a discrepancy? Like maybe sometimes your phone isn't working or your computer isn't working, you're trying to send over a file to someone, or do you notice that a lot of the messages that you tell someone or when you have a conversation with someone, it's more likely that they misunderstand what you're trying to convey to them? I say all of that to say during Mercury retrograde, you will absolutely be able to see technology, travel, and communication be a bit challenged during this time. You just coming towards the video and just trying to make your way through, huh? The other energies that you can also see within the Mercury planet is logic, the way that we think, also how we process information, how we process communication. So understand, this is a time for you to give yourself and other people more grace, because again, when it comes to logic, when it comes to thinking, when it comes to how we process things, it is going to be challenged. But I want you to know Every single challenge in life is an opportunity for you to bend a little bit, for you to be more empathetic, for you to be more compassionate during this time frame. Another thing I want to share with you is like even the way you express yourself, even the way that you create something is going to be challenged. So again, just sit back a little bit more, stay out of arguments, stay out of heavy conversations during this time period, because y'all, it's not a good time. Okay, it's not a good time to have heavy conversations. It's also not a good time to sign contracts. Think about this, okay? Retrograde, redo, go back, reflect, reinvent yourself, redirect your life. Finish things that you haven't finished, okay? This is not necessarily a great time to start new things. It's a great time for you to go back and revisit and sit with those things a little bit more to see how you can maybe change something, right? So that it can better set you forward with whatever it is that you want to do. I do want to let you guys know that Mercury does rule the signs Gemini and Virgo, and it also rules the 3rd and 6th house, okay? So look at that in your birth chart and you're going to see where you may see more of this energy challenged in your life. Also, you may see, a surprise special guest coming in. Bungie, he's just chilling right now. But now I'm going to be able to speak with you why this is going to be a great time for you to manifest. Why Mercury retrograde? Why more than any other time in your life? So the first thing that I am going to share with you on one of the main reasons why this is a great time to manifest is because Mercury retrograde forces you to slow down, okay? I am someone who sometimes have a hard time understanding what that even means, how to actually slow down, how to allow things in your life. I really believe that Mercury is not necessarily feminine or masculine energy, but I feel like for me, if I were to choose, again, I would say it's a little bit more feminine in the retrograde because it's forcing you to slow down. It's forcing you to reflect. It's forcing you to allow things in your life. So again, slowing down, what does that look like? It allows you to have more self-awareness, right? And I also think it allows you to sit with your self-worth too. I believe taking inventory of your life is a great thing to do every now and again because it allows you to see how beautiful and whimsical and magical life truly is and all the good things that it does offer you. I mean, take inventory of all the blessings that effortlessly came into your life. Take inventory on how you communicate, how you express, how you process, how you create. Sit back with all of those things during this time, the 6 to 8 weeks essentially, and really focus on how you can improve. I really think the slowing down is all about self-improvement. And who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love to improve, to be better, to stride, to reach for more? Even so what, it challenges you to look at yourself, and you may notice things you don't necessarily like, but look at that as an opportunity to inherit something greater, to inherit a quality about maybe someone else you really enjoy, and understanding that, when you notice good things in other people, it's already within you. You just have to bring it out. And a way to do that is becoming self-aware and remembering your self-worth and reminding yourself all of the time, you are worthy of everything that you're asking for. You're worthy of everything that you're asking for. Now, speaking about Mercury retrograde, I know this is going to be a thing. It's something that I also, really see, but it is essentially a great reason why this is a great time for manifestation. And we all are going to agree on this. Mercury retrogrades they absolutely bring up triggers in your life, okay? And the reasoning for that is, to me, I believe that Mercury retrograde is supposed to trigger you because it wants you to get better at it, okay? It's really important that we don't shy away from technical challenges, from people in the past possibly wanting to come back into your life. It's really good not to shy away from, maybe emotions of anger, maybe emotions of jealousy, maybe emotions of envy, maybe emotions of lack, okay? We shall not shy away from that because I feel like life wants us to face it head on and move through it. Because these challenges essentially show you where work needs to be done. It shows you where you may still have blocks in your life. But if you can always remember that things are always happening for you, then you must be grateful for these triggers. You must be grateful for these challenges. And I know that sounds crazy, but there's power in that. There's power in, let's call it failing forward, if you will. You may see there's a block in your life. You may see that you need something to work on, but don't stay there so long where you feel shame or, you feel bad about it. Look at it and say, you know what? I see this thing. I see this trigger. Every time this thing happens, I feel this specific way. Instead of running away from it, sit with that a little bit more and face it head on and see how you can progress. Because anything that happens in our life that we don't necessarily like is here to show us how to move forward. It's here to show us there's more on the other side of this. And you deserve that. That's why life is showing it to you specifically. Use your triggers for you to move forward. Use them to guide you where you have work to do. The biggest thing that I am going to share with you during Mercury retrograde is I want you to take more breaths. Like, I really want you to breathe in these triggers and wonder why. Like, have more questions. Ask yourself more questions during this time. Why am I triggered by this thing? Why is this challenge always coming up? I thought I, possibly work through this, but, there's always more work to be done. There's always more to improve. You're not perfect. You will never be perfect. I am not perfect. I will never be perfect. But there's power in improvement. There's power in growth, okay? And with growth comes uncomfortable feelings. But being uncomfortable is the best place to be. Why? Because that means that you're growing. You are a flower in a pot who is growing out of this pot. And it's a little bit tight. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but when you get to that new pot, you'll have more room to grow, right? So just look at that a little bit more and don't shy away from your triggers, but give them gratitude because they're essentially here to make you a better person. And now I'm going to be speaking with you about the last reason why I believe Mercury is a great time to manifest in your life. And that is because it forces you to take a leap in your life, okay? I'm going to repeat that again. Mercury retrograde forces you to take a leap. And what do I even mean by that? Mercury retrograde may actually give you more challenges than what I have spoken about, right? And it's going to be particular to you, okay? It may do that. It may give you more challenges than technological issues and communication issues. It may be heavier than that. But there's a but here. I feel as though if you feel you are at rock bottom, I feel as though life is giving you an opportunity to strengthen your limit, because sometimes you may feel like, oh, how can I get through this thing? But when you're in it, when you're at the rock bottom of a situation, you can only go up from where you're at. Because all the universe is really doing during Mercury retrograde is tapping into your subconscious mind, and it wants you to find self-worth and self-value at the rock bottom of whatever situation that you feel like life is calling you to solve or to call in resolution. Use the time periods in your life when you feel as though you are at the rock bottom of a situation. I want you to use that time to up level. I want you to use that time to remember who you truly are. And who are you? You're someone who's resilient. You're someone who is so freaking powerful. And you're someone who can conquer, right? So remember that. Remember that in the times of your life where you feel like you can't jump, where you're in this corner and there's nowhere to go, there is always a way. If there's a will, there's always a way. And a great affirmation I like to say a lot, there is a way and I will find it. There has to be. There is a way and I will find it all of the time. Even put that in the comment sections below. There's a way and I will always find it. Because I want you to affirm that in your life. I want you to invoke that and speak all of that goodness over your life. So those are just a little bit of the reasons why I truly believe that Mercury retrograde is a great time to manifest. Slowing down, remembering your self-worth, and facing your triggers head on. Because it really does allow you to up level. It allows you to improve. And that's essentially what this time period here is for us to do. Now let's get into the fun part of this video. I'm really excited for this because I love manifestation. And I'm also going to be making a video soon on how I manifest differently than how I used to before, but that's not here now. I really want you guys to know, and I say this in every single manifestation video, every single one. I promise you, every single one, I start with the same practice, and that is going to be the practice of gratitude. Okay, so that's the first way that I plan on manifesting during any Mercury retrograde. I am going to create a gratitude list. I am going to count my blessings. I am going to allow myself to remember the power of God, of universe. Okay, and how that gratitude list usually sounds like for me is I say thank you, God, for. Sometimes I even say I am so grateful for. You know, it's whatever you want. It's whatever that makes you feel good, okay? Feeling is the most important thing in this life experience and what it is you want to do. Feeling is the most important factor in you manifesting in your life. So I would say something like, thank you, God, for this house that I live in because it allows me to feel more at peace. It allows me to move with more freedom. It allows me to create something of my own, with the person that I love, right? And with Bungie too, something like that. Or even, good things that have been happening in my life. Like I work from home now, and it's just the beginning in my career with that. And it's like I can just say thank you, God, so much for my job working at blah blah blah, because it allows me to be of service to people, to remind people the power of compassion. It reminds me, whatever it is, I really want you to say I'm grateful for, and the because part, because you have to really sit with this idea that gratitude isn't what happens in your life, but how it happened. Like, can you actually think about all of the intricate ways that God, universe had to move in other people's lives for it to move and create things in yours? Like something had to happen in someone else's life for them to take a specific action, which then became a part of your action in your life and became a part of the piece to your puzzle. So think about it like that. And that is why I am someone who will always advocate for practicing gratitude, no matter the circumstance in your life, no matter what's going on outside. It doesn't matter. I want you to create that good feeling here and now. Even when you're triggered, even when you're at the rock bottom, even when you're so afraid to take a leap off of this cliff of certainty, you need to be grateful for everything. And if there's nothing you can really attach to, be grateful for sun, be grateful for water, for the air in your lungs, for the ability to think your own thoughts. That is something that you should really be grateful for. So that's what I'm going to be starting out my manifestations with. Now, the next one is going to be really cool because this is now you invoking your self-worth. And again, what is something that Mercury retrograde allows us to do? It allows us to slow down. My camera cut off, I don't know why, but I want you to do something that you love that slows down time. Okay, that's the most important thing that I'm going to speak about because it's asking us to. So for me, things that I love going on walks. I love yoga. I love sitting in stillness and nothingness. I love meditation. I love drawing. I love spending time with Bungie. I love spending time with my partner. Doing something you love to slow down. So what is that going to be like for you? Okay, so use that practice as a way of showing yourself that you love yourself, that you're worthy of slowing down, that you're worthy of reflection, that you're worthy of asking for the things you're asking for. And when you are doing a practice that will allow you to slow down, I want you to just think about softness of life, okay? I want you to think about the life you imagine for yourself. When you are on a walk, think about the ease of life. Like, think about what you want and how good it feels, like how easy it feels to have that. When you're doing yoga, think about the ease of your health and all that it offers you every single day. Like, your heart beats for you every single day. It doesn't ask for anything. It just does it for you. You don't even ask for it to do it. It just does it. You know, so think about that when you are doing something you love that allows you to slow down. Think about the power in that. And also become more self-aware of your surroundings. Spend time looking out at the trees. Like me right now, like my backyard is legit a forest, y'all. It's pretty cool. But just slowing down and witnessing is really going to allow you to open up your vessel to manifest and call in what you're asking for. Now, the most important thing and the last way that I think you're going to really be able to manifest everything during any Mercury retrograde is I want you to write a self letter. And in this letter, I want you to write from, I guess, a future perspective, or it could be now, right? Because only thing here is now at this time. And I want you to write a letter about the breakthrough, right? I want you to write a letter about how good it feels to break through a trigger, how good it feels to have exactly what it is that you want, how good it feels to know your self-worth, how good it feels to know your self-value in this life experience. But I really want you to focus on writing that letter of the breakthrough, like really expressing how good it feels to work through fear. How good it feels to work through anger, how good it feels to work through emotions of lack. Like anything that comes up for you, I want you to write the letter as if it's done already, as if you faced the challenge and you got through the challenge and now you're in that rejoice, in the celebration of it. And that's going to be the final way that I plan on manifesting during Mercury retrograde. And you know, if you want to take it up a notch and add a fourth thing, I want you to write, you know, all your manifestations on a piece of paper in the way, whichever way best works for you. Because I have so many videos on how to manifest with writing. But I just want you, even if you want to write a letter to your future self or from a future point of what it is that you're calling into your life and how good it feels to have that. Okay, but that's essentially what I mean with the breakthrough too. Like it can be a breakthrough from wanting. It can be a breakthrough from challenge, whichever that most resonates with you. That's what I want you to do to manifest during Mercury retrograde. And, you know, let me know how that practice goes. I really want you guys to communicate with me here because we're all in this together all of the time. We're never alone. Even though sometimes we may be going through something alone within ourselves, I want you to know you're not the first person to feel that and you're not the last, you know? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about today's video. I'm sending you the biggest hug during this Mercury retrograde because I know it can be a lot. Okay? But you got this and you always have and you always will. So that's what I want to share with you. I am going to end today's video with a great affirmation. And I repeat it 3 times if you want to say it with me too. But today's affirmation for this beautiful Mercury retrograde experience that we get to be in is, I allow myself to see the good in all areas of my life. I allow myself to see all the good in all areas of my life. I allow myself to see all the good in all areas of my life. Okay? So allow yourself to. You know, that's really what I think Mercury asks us is to allow. Because it is a fast-moving planet. It's communication. It's technology. It's processes. It's quick. You know, but allow yourself to, you know, dwell into you during this time frame. So let me know what you guys think about this manifestation. Let me know what your self-love slowing down process will be, what activity you're going to be doing. And I think also I'm going to say this too, if you want to take your manifestation another notch, another higher notch, do something nice for someone else. Okay, just try it and I promise you, you will absolutely receive everything that you're asking for, because you're showing universe, you're showing God that you have more than enough to give. I continue to send my love, my light, and my grace to each of you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.